been politically and economically marginalized. And in some of the northern valleys, there have been small pockets of resistance in the past who have fought for more regional autonomy from the central government. But thank goodness the UN has stepped in and they were able to arrange a ceasefire agreement between the central government, the rebels there, and there's not been an attack for over a year. Now, Indonesia is an important donor, and you've launched a couple of education and healthcare projects in the northern valleys last year. One of these is in the girl education school that you have called Northern Mothers United, and the others is the Northern Valley Hospital, which is the first hospital, the only hospital that's in that area. You don't need to write along, I will share this text with you soon. Now, all of this aid has been made possible in the northern valleys because of the ceasefire. And your embassy coordinates the aid with the rest of the members of the Corps Diplomatique, and the other embassies, and working with the central government. Now, this morning, your ambassador, along with 15 other ambassadors or representatives of embassies, take a trip to the northern valleys. There, they will visit the school and the hospital. They will also be joined by the Prime Minister, and some ambassadors are even allowed to bring their partners or their spouses. Some even brought their children to finally see these northern valleys because they are very difficult to reach by road, so you have to take a helicopter. Now, your ambassador decided to travel alone, leaving his spouse and 2 children behind in the residency, and the entire delegation will be transported by helicopter to the different sites there. And those helicopters are provided by the Bolzano Air Force, which are producing these helicopters, and they're a kind of source of national pride. They're a major export product. Now, as a precaution, and because the northern valleys do not have good cellular phone reach, not good for mobile phones, he has left a list of different contacts behind, and he's left the deputy head of mission in charge of the daily affairs and all the other responsibilities, including your newly formed crisis management team. So it looks like a very nice day in Bolzano. It's sunny, your boss is out of the office, which means basically you can arrive at least 20 minutes late, I would say, or at least read the newspaper. As we say in Dutch, when the cat is away, the mouses come out and play. And what I want you to do now is that I'm going to share with you this text. Let me see if I can get it to you. And the Prime Minister has cancelled his trip to the Northern Valley, expresses grief over the helicopter tragedy, and also authorities are instructed to provide medical assistance as soon as possible. General Boyne from the Bolzano Air Force says that military and police are dispatched to the crash sites and they're in charge of medical aid. The cause of the crash is unknown. But Bolzano pilots are the best in the world, they're brave, and as well as their helicopters, they're also very good. And they're launching an investigation. Critical Thinker, who has his own blog, says that there is terror in Bolzano. He quotes an eyewitness saying that the helicopter was shot down by rockets fired from the valley below. It spun out of control and it crashed on the school, and other helicopters were fired on as well. And Sarah Sandelius, who works at the Northern Mothers United School, which is now on fire, saw the chopper going down. She did not see it get hit, but there are very strong winds there today, and the helicopter was swerving after takeoff, and she hopes that everyone's children are safe. So what you can do now, please take a screenshot if you will, or you can use your phone to take a quick snapshot from this, so you have all the information there. Because what I'm going to ask you next to do is I'm going to break you up into teams again, and I'm going to give you 7 minutes to write a press statement. This is a lifting. Mr. Coombs from the Prime Minister's office said that only one helicopter crashed. So there you go, Choki. It was only one, thank goodness. And on board were 2 Bolzano pilots, the ambassador of Germany, his wife and daughter, the ambassador of Pakistan, his wife and 2 children, the High Commissioner of Canada and his son, the ambassador of Vietnam and his wife. Your ambassador was on board. So, Choki, this time you turned out right. You were right that he was on board, but it was a guess. It could have backfired. Mr. de Volizy was also on board from the protocol office. Martha Woodburn says, thanks heavens, the school headmaster just confirmed that the school was empty. There were no children inside the burning school. What a relief. I think that is also good news. And, let's go back here. And the spokesperson from the armed forces says that also it's not a terror attack. So none of you followed that trap. But indeed, it's not a terror attack. It was never a rebel stronghold. The helicopter crash seems to be technical. And the Minister of Defense will launch a further investigation, but it seems technical. General Boyne says that their sympathies go out, and he releases the names of those involved. So the families of the deceased are the pilots Major Iglo and Captain Vazuli, and the deceased Ambassador Hans of Germany, Ambassador Ngo Dinh of Vietnam and his wife. The other passengers are okay and have minor injuries. Dr. Zizou, who's from the Northern Valley Hospital, which you helped fund, said that your ambassador is okay, stable, minor burns, fractured ankle. Your ambassador will contact you soon.